like on my phone.
Oh,
Oh, here we
we're
are.
live. I had to hit a
Here
few
we
buttons. I
are.
was like, we're live. And then we weren't live. And I was like, oh, I forgot the second button. We're
At least
live.
you didn't leave that
We're actually live this time. This is a real thing. Welcome. Welcome. Happy Thursday, everybody. I am so excited to be on here with Tamara and what we're going to cover today. I don't know, just been energized about this whole topic for a while. And I don't know if you caught that kind of in our teaser kind of post that, we are going to drop a little bit soft intro. Soft intro, is that what we can call it? A soft intro about
Yeah.
what it is Tamara and I actually do. Like, what do we do? So yeah, that's part of what is in here today. Tamara, how's your day been so far?
Yeah, it's been really good, and I'm really excited that we are talking about like what we're going to have coming up this weekend as well, because we've been working really hard on that and just have so much fun and information to share with people. So, if anyone is on live, please say hi in the comments. We will have a spin at the end. I don't know what for because we didn't talk about that, but we will come up with something in the time. You have something?
I have something.
Okay.
I know what it's for. I know what
Sarah
it's
has
for.
it. She's good. So just say hi in the
I have
comments, and
it.
if you're catching the replay, hashtag replay.
Yes. So what it is, because I'm going to tell you now, because I'm excited. I've got a book
Cool.
called "You Are a." Hold on, I wrote the title down. "You Are a Badass at Making Money" by Jen Sincero.
Oh yeah,
Because
I have that one. That's a great one. Yes, love
do
that
you have
one.
that too? Okay, awesome. Because I was like, oh, this is such a good book. I don't know why I
Yes.
haven't popped it up yet
Why we
in my.
haven't given it out yet. Yeah, that's awesome. Brenda's on, and I think Brenda has that book actually. But maybe if you get it, you'll be able to, I don't know, share it. So hey,
Brenda might be able to
Brenda.
share it with somebody else, but I'm going to throw her
That's
in here to
great.
get her name spinning around on the spin wheel.
Yes.
So, headliner topic here for tonight
Let's
is
do it.
what? Drawing a blank. Hey, Brenda. We both Tamara and I have felt this for such a long time. We came from totally different backgrounds, industries, everything, and met because of this business that we are now both in. Met totally randomly, I guess, and have connected through it. But I'm going to gotta wheel the way back just a little bit for myself, and then maybe Tamara will do the same also for her. When I first started I'm going to roll back a few years ago, even before I even started this business, I worked a day job, mom life, all those things, running around with my kids, getting them to all their events, taking care of the home, doing my job because, you got to have money to pay bills. That's what we have to do when we're adults. It's unfortunate, but it happens. And, you're just going and you don't really think about much else, or at least I didn't. I didn't think about all the other possibilities that are out there because I really didn't look and I didn't have time to look. I was just like, you know what? I'm good. I have a great life. I have my kids. I have my home. My bills are paid. Like, things weren't always easy, but we managed. And eventually I got to a point where I was like, man, I am exhausted. I am so tired, and I want to do all these other cool things. I want to give so much more to my kids, but I'm like, I'm maxed out. Like, I'm making the bill payments, doing all the things, but that's it. There wasn't really much left for fun. Like, we
Hmm.
had, fun in life, and all those things. Um, so I connected with a dear friend of mine. I found out this incredible business that she's been building because I kept watching that all this fun that she was having. I was like, okay, what are you doing? And I reached out and I was like, yeah, this is for me. I don't know how or where I'm going to fit this in my life, but I'm sure going to try. And as I started and got going in this business, I realized that, man, I was really exhausted. I was really exhausted before going and doing all the things and not realizing how much more out there there is, because I just worked, and if I needed more money, I just worked harder. I did more things. I took on a home business that, doing payroll for a couple companies at home as well as my day job and kids. And really all that did was take away more time that I wanted with my kids. Um, so I've learned new things over the last year and a bit, but that's kind of where I started and what kind of led my story into this business space. And I'm wondering, Tamara, if you would share yours.
Yeah, no, and that's it too, right? Like a lot of what you're saying, I think a lot of people can relate to for sure, because what our topic was, in our post earlier was that we've kind of all been set up to fail. A lot of, well, I shouldn't say everybody, but majority of people. And although I come from a bit of a different background than Sarah, growing up, I was in a lot of corporate positions, a lot of 9 to 5, a lot of, day jobs. And then I did get into my own business, which I actually ran multiple businesses, but they had different, issues with time. Actually, I ended up, working even more, which didn't at first feel that didn't feel like heavier, because at first it's like, this is for my business, so it felt different. But then over time you're wearing the hats and it's just weighing and weighing and weighing and weighing. But I think in the beginning of all of this, that is really something that a lot of people probably can relate to, and if you can, please comment, is that we're actually conditioned right from the get-go. So right from high school or even maybe younger, we're just really taught to work harder to get, more ahead. But that doesn't really work, because even if you work harder, you're the best in your department, you're the best in your business, there's like a ceiling, right? Like you can't go higher than that. And so you're missing out on all kinds of things. Like Sarah was saying, she's missing out on all kinds of things because her mentality was, if I need more money, I work more hours, which is somewhat true, but it's also taking away from the joy that she's trying to receive. And I felt that very much so as well, right? Like I was, running your own business, especially, nobody else is doing it. If you're a solopreneur, which I was, nobody else is even there to do it. So if something needs to be done, it's happening by the person, there that's running the show. So, that got, really, really heavy really quickly too. So I think that point kind of, probably relates to a lot of people. And it's not something that, like, I wouldn't have even really noticed. Like you said, Sarah, you didn't really notice. And I feel like
No.
it's almost like a fish doesn't know it's in water. It's
Yeah.
just doing what we know to do until you see something differently.
Yeah, what you've been taught, like ever since a young child, we're taught this is the pattern of life. You're born, you go to elementary school, then you go to high school, then most times you either go to college, university, trade school, or you get right into the workforce. Like it is like
Yeah.
bam, bam, bam. This is what you do. And like that's what our parents did. That's what our grandparents did. It's like a generational thing. It's just that's what you do. Um, but like there's never any thought or exploration as to, okay, why? Yes, we need income. Yes, we need money to pay bills, because they're just not going to go away. We're not going to start trading, which I guess they used to, but we're not going to go back to trading chickens and for eggs and acorns and hot dogs and who knows whatever else. But so there has to be a way to make money, but we're not shown that there is so many other ways to do that. But also
So
part of it is finding the joy in your life. You know, what lights you up, and
that's it.
finding
Yeah.
something that lights you up.
So Brenda's just saying, I was taught to get a job to work to 65, nothing about education. Then with my kids, I did education, and got a job with pension. Now I tell them to do what makes them happy, build the life they want and deserve, want to grow a business, do it. I'm showing them so much. Yeah. And that's it too. Like I know when I was growing up, there were people who you could tell had parents or people in their life that were entrepreneurs, and they definitely had a different mindset. They were more of just like, there was no really telling them they can't do anything. They would just find a way. And it's very seldom that you see that, but it does happen if the conditioning is there early. But most people don't have that because you look at our school systems, you look at the probably the people in your own life as you're growing up, and you're seeing this kind of mentality of this, then this, then this, then this, and there's no like outside of the box.
Yeah. No, exactly. And you're watching them, and like as a child, you're watching your parents. They are coming home tired. They're coming home exhausted. They're doing all the things to pay those bills, keep the household
Mhm.
running, care for their kids, and you go, okay, that's what they've modeled.
Mhm.
That's what I need to be doing too, because that's what's expected. That's what the norm is. That's what everyone should do, is we follow that modeled pattern that we saw our parents do. And it's
Mhm.
in their conditioned so heavily that it's so hard for anybody to go and look at the reality that there are other ways. There are so many other ways. And we're not saying, like, we don't still need doctors, we don't still need nurses, we don't still need tradesmen and all the other jobs. There's lots of things, and there's a traditional path really works for so many, and that's
Mhm.
okay. It's
Mhm.
just for all those individuals who are looking for another way, because they're like, man, this just is not enough. This is not bringing joy to my life.
Yeah.
There is a new way, and it isn't working harder and adding more money, or to get more money, or adding more hours, or all those things. There's
Yeah.
a totally different path that is exploding. It is just absolutely exploding, and the expected trajectory for it over the next 3 years, I don't even have numbers, but I know it's like massive. This industry is going to grow.
Definitely.
And
I bet you do have numbers. You're a numbers girl. You just don't have them in front of you right now. Um,
I do have
I
numbers,
bet
and it's
you,
like they're like
I
it's
bet you there's some numbers.
there are some
But
numbers.
but what I think, and Brenda, I don't know exactly. I think this was for like you, Sarah, talking about like the trading and the bartering and all that, which is she said trade for magic beans, Jack and the Beanstalk. But yeah, like they used to do that. But we don't do that anymore. Which is there's pros and cons to all of that with like with the economy and all of that. But I do think that one of the things that is really good to think of is the passion and joy. Like you mentioned, joy. If you are really passionate about being a doctor, then that is amazing. Do it. If you're really
Be
passionate about being an accountant, if you're really passionate about being a cashier, awesome. But it should be that it's bringing joy to your life in a real, like in an 80% way. Like we all
yeah,
have crappy days, so you can't say 100%, but
yep,
let's say 80%. 80% of your working life is fun, joyful, you love it, then you are in a great position. But the problem is that most people are not loving where they're going for their workday. They are dreading it. They are going, oh my God, how am I going to do this until I'm 65? Most
mhm,
people are working past that, way past that to 70, 75 nowadays, even
yeah,
further. So it is like your life is like passing by and you've got to take the reins of it.
yeah. That's it. And it's like, if you are that Sunday night and you're like, oh my gosh, Monday morning, I am just dreading every single moment. That's not life. That's not living. And what you're
No.
passing down to your kids is just the same patterns. The
That's
same
a really
pattern.
important part, actually, that you're mentioning. Like, we want to look at it that way. Where did we learn it from? And if you have kids or people in your life that are younger, they are learning that from you for sure. Do you want them, and Brenda mentioned this too, right? What do you want them to grow up with that same dread, same struggle? Because they've got to see it from you first. And I'm just going to mention Brenda. Oh, Cindy's on. Hey, Cindy.
Hey,
Thanks for
Cindy.
stopping by. Uh, so Brenda said, and this is a good point too. People are still pushing for education, and nothing wrong with education. We kind of need to look at it in books wise and street smart wise as well. But education, depending on what you're learning for sure. But she says, time to build another way. And if you don't know what to do, don't people please build what you want to build. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
agree. It's got to, because I know I jumped into, I've done, 8 years, no, sorry, 6 years of college and university. And um, I, I look back to when I first went into college from high school, and I literally, my thought was, I don't know what to take. I'm just going to take this. Like, and that's like
Yes.
so many thousands of dollars towards something that I'm like, well, I don't know. I'm just supposed to do that, right?
It's either
And I
this
think,
or what?
yeah,
Work.
I would have rather, worked or gone abroad, but in my head, that was what you did. And there was my teachers pushing for that, my parents, they weren't too much, but definitely I felt it like a drive from other people to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally get that. It's just it's conditioned so much for all of our kids, for us as we go on, and we want to just do better as parents, do better as a society. That what there
Yeah.
are other paths that can be taken, and it's such an incredible thing to look at. I want to leave for like my kids something that, okay, you get to choice. I want to teach them and model them that, like, hey, you can be an entrepreneur, you can build a business in whatever capacity that you enjoy or industry that you enjoy. It doesn't have to be the same thing that I'm doing, even though I think
Yeah.
what I do is the best.
Well, I mean, it is the best, so why
It is
wouldn't
the
you?
best.
But if
But
you
like,
absolutely don't want to,
if you don't want to go to school after after you have your education, don't go to school after, because I do, education is important, having
yeah.
all the basic skills, life education, all the things. Like my littlest guy goes to Montessori school because that is definitely an incredible education path. But like,
Yeah.
if you want a traditional job, if you want to be a tradesperson, like my oldest son's a tradesman and he
Mm.
really enjoys it. Like he loves doing demolition and digging and all the things that he does. He
Yeah.
does a lot of different things. Um, Absolutely loves it. So like there is both ends of the scale, and that's great because we need all of that. But
Yes.
as parents, we need to model for our kids what all those options are. Like, leave the door open.
Yeah.
Leave the
Yeah. And like
door open.
if you think about it, like being able to have income and joy all working together, like how would that just improve so much connection with your people in your life, your family, your friends? It would be like you would spend more because you have time to actually enjoy what you're even buying.
Mhm.
I don't know. I think it would solve a lot of the world's problems if we just harmonized joy and passion and income all together.
Yes, 100%. And,
Right?
for me personally, add that into the joy of traveling. I want to be making
Yes.
income as I'm traveling the world, meeting new people, having new experiences, diving into other cultures, just
Yeah.
living and learning on the world. Like that is
Mhm.
part of my passion, and that's where I'm going, and this business that I'm building is taking me there and in that direction. I've already hit, I
You've
don't know how
already
many
started.
places I've started. So I
Yeah.
love that. I my kids get to come with me. Sometimes they come, and sometimes they don't, depending on where we're going, what I'm doing, and what they're doing. But that I get to introduce them to the joy of travel and seeing the world. Like that's
Yes.
big,
So
and
important.
that there
Yeah.
is ways to
They're
make money.
seeing bigger than just the little town, right? They're seeing that the world is so much bigger, and that perspective really makes a difference in kids' lives and young people's lives for sure.
Yes.
Brenda says here, I was sick of making the rich man richer. I wanted to be the rich person being happy and more time with family instead of trading time for happiness. Yes. Yeah, awesome.
Yes.
Um, yeah, so if you're watching this, can you relate to anything that we're saying where you can see that you may have made some decisions when you were younger that may not have actually aligned with the life you wanted simply because it was the next step that was supposed to happen. It was a should, not a necessarily seeing it in a bigger way. Because I, for one, for sure can see that up until I was in probably late 20s, 30s, um, I was just like, this is what you do, because this is what you do, and this is what you do, right? Like it was just like, I feel like I look back and I'm like, I just was like, I don't know, I felt like a lemming or something like that when I look back. And I'm not saying that insulting wise, I just feel like I felt that way.
Yes. Yes. Because like
Yeah.
in all the jobs, it's a linear income, right?
Hmm.
If you are working, and you're working your hours, you're doing your things, you're getting paid. But then what happens
Yeah.
when you stop working? Like Tamara, you stop showing up at your brick and mortar business going, yeah, I don't feel like going in today. What happens?
Hmm. Nothing happens. No, no money comes in.
No money comes in. If I just go, I'm calling in sick today, I don't have sick days or something, or
Yeah.
I just don't want to work. Well, I'm not going to get paid for those hours, even though I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, I worked yesterday though. Why can't I get paid for today or tomorrow?
Yeah.
It doesn't work that way in a traditional
No.
business. So
No, it sure
looking at
doesn't.
options where you're leveraging all the time you're putting in,
Yeah.
that's that's what's going to build real income, real time
Hmm.
freedom, right?
And what's really cool is that when you do learn something like this, like me and Sarah have learned, and I don't know, I know you have a little bit more, money knowledge and wisdom and all of that, which is great, but a lot of people just they don't really understand investing. And
Mm-hmm.
I think with this whole business, it really teaches you the importance of learning how to invest into something that makes money for you, even when you're not working, like Sarah was just saying.
Yeah,
And that's really cool because that wasn't like I like the idea of it, but I really didn't know how to start, right? So this just gives you this step by step. That's what you're learning, even if you don't know that's what you're learning. That is literally what you're learning. You're learning to get money to work for you, which is so cool.
it's exactly it. Like this business is you're investing in yourself, but you're
Hmm.
also investing in your future and like creating a return on your investment and how all that grows and everything for your time. So you're investing time now so that you have actual freedom of choice later.
Hmm.
To where you work from, how you work, how many hours you work, when you work, if you work.
If you need some time off.
Yeah,
And it's
because
not like a pension where there's like, oh, you're only going to get this much and it doesn't even allow you to live. You still need a part-time job after retiring. This is like there's no ceiling, which is
yeah,
so cool.
uncapped,
Hmm.
uncapped possibilities of to where it can go. Like we have several colleagues, some who took 2 years off because they're like, you know what, I'm just going to take 2 years and do
Yeah.
whatever I want, and then come back to my business and
And they're
build some
still getting
more and
checks
earn
in the
some more
mail.
money,
Yeah.
right? So like it is such an incredible space to be in that
Yes.
really has limitless possibilities for us.
Yeah. And so Cindy here is just saying that's so true. I just want to mention this because so we don't go off topic before that, but she says, don't live around your job, but have your job live around your life. That's a
Yeah,
really good, I love that. I love that.
that is a great
Um,
phrase. Like build that
yeah.
life, build the
Yeah.
life, or build the income that works into the pockets of your life, not the other way around. That is such a powerful point, Cindy. Thanks for bringing that up because
Yes.
that was good.
And Brenda says CPP gives you less if you start early at 60 to collect than if you were to collect it at 65. Yeah. And even and like I know tons of retired people who still have to work because CPP just doesn't cover it or their RRSPs just don't cover it. Like look at inflation, look at the economy. But something that I do want to like make a note of is that we're not like hyping this like, oh, it's you're just gonna start and the next day you're a millionaire. There is work, and the main work that happens is your actual perspective. Like a
Yeah,
lot of it is that, most of that. I'd say 80% of it is that, right? Where it's actually just learning to see that this is possible, but also see that there's like a whole other way of doing things. Because think of the decades you've been conditioned the other way.
yeah,
Chances are you're going to need some time to see it a new way, right? And
yeah,
that doesn't happen easily for everybody. I mean, some people maybe, but I know even for me, there's still things that come up that I'm like, I have to work through this.
yeah. That's it. There's a comment I even one of my older adult kids made the other day and not too long ago, and I had to kind of like correct their comment because they were just like,
Mm,
"Man, I'm like blah 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 age." Now, mind you, they're all less than 30, but they're like,
yeah,
"Man, I'm blah 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 age," and like I should have already done this. and I should have already had a house. I should have already had. They were listing all these things. They're just kind of like,
Mm.
ugh. And I was like,
Those
no.
damn shoulds.
I was like, no, no way. And I get it because I've had those moments where like I felt I was behind. Like I should have had all these things.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's because I was on the wrong path before building a life on the wrong path. I
Hmm.
wasn't building a path to the life I wanted. I was just building a
Yeah.
path to survive.
And the
And
question is, why do you want those things? Do you actually want them, or is it just because the people around you have them, so you think you should too?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's
Yeah.
like where can you, I don't know, correct the path maybe? It's just,
Yeah.
where
Try a different path at least. See how
try
it
a different
feels.
path, multiple paths, or add it
Yeah,
along.
try some different ones. Yeah. And not that
Exactly.
you have to jump fully off the path you're on, but you could add something in while
Yeah.
you're doing your path you're on and just be like, I'll just, see how this is working with this. And then maybe at some point you just veer to the other path anyways because you like it better.
Yeah. That's right. You
Yeah.
just go and you're like,
Yes.
um
Yes.
Using a few
So,
likes and loves, which I absolutely love. Say hi because we do have a spin wheel going. Currently, I only have Brenda and Cindy on it. Say hello. Um, Let us know you're here so that we can add you into the spin wheel for this book. That you are a badass at making money because I'd love to send it out to some more people in the world.
such a good book.
It's such a good book, and yeah,
Yeah. Well, we'll have it between Brenda and Cindy anyways, if nothing
exactly.
else.
One of them they'll fight over it at this point. The spin wheel.
I'm sure they can. And if they already have it, like I think Brenda might already have it, but you win, Brenda, you can share it with somebody else. So
Yes.
all it's all good. Um, yes. So something I wanted to also before we go, I wanted to make sure that everybody watching, whether it's you're on or you're going to catch the replay, this Sunday at 7 p.m., me and Sarah are hosting an amazing informational training that is going to be just it's so much fun that we have a lot of fun on it, but also we're going to have a lot of fun on it, I should say. But
Yeah.
also, it's going to have a lot of the details. Like you might be curious about things that we do and what are we doing and how are we doing it. We're going to get into all of that. So you wanna be there, and if you want to be there, we're going to have the link. Maybe we'll post it in here for our page. Oh, we normally do anyway. So we'll post the page, and it's going to be on our Flip It page on Sunday, the 22nd at 7.
Yeah, we are going to pull back the curtains,
Yes.
deep dive in, bear it all,
Yes.
share what we
All the
do,
things. Yes.
all the things, and like yeah, share the passion about all the things that we're doing, how we do it, kind of what it all looks like, and yeah, I'm very excited about it because
I am
we
too.
haven't really done this in this kind of way before, right? Like
No.
we've shared what we do and helped many other people start their
Yeah.
businesses along the way.
Hmm.
We've never actually done a training like this together before, so I'm very excited for it.
No.
It's going to
I
be awesome.
know.
Um, yeah, and I'm
Oh,
excited to.
and we will have some giveaways that night as well. So there'll be a couple of those. We'll talk about some bonuses that are available for anybody who does pop in. So yes, so be
Right.
on there. Please reach out if you need the link or if you're not in the page, it will post it here. But yes,
Yeah.
it's kind of just really cool to get to do this with you. I really am excited
Are
for it.
we? Do we want to like give a little?
For like the bonuses and stuff.
Yeah, the bonuses. Do we want to share a little bit about
Sure.
it? Maybe
Yeah,
like I
why
don't know if
not?
we want to share them all or like leave some of them as a mystery or what we want to do, but
No, no, I think do you have the slide that, do you have something
I
like that? If not, we can
I
just copy it.
I can get some.
You could get it.
Hold
Okay.
on.
Well, if you
I
have it, then we can put it up, and that's not a bad idea. I think it will increase the interest with people if they know what they're potentially, looking at. So,
let me okay, hold on. I am going to add it to our thing. I just, you know.
Okay.
Oh wait, what did I
I'll
do?
just I'll just dance for people while we're waiting.
Oh, sorry. Had a moment of panic there. Okay, let
And you're like,
me
how long is she gonna have to dance for?
dance, puppet. I'm doing this on purpose right now. Oh, I get to
I know,
see.
right? You sort of see my moves.
See, we're here. You know what? I'm gonna just. Okay, we're gonna do it this way.
We
We're
got
gonna do.
this. We're
I was
going a
trying to
little
do
bit over,
it
but
so
that's
it looked.
okay.
I was trying to do it so it looked like cool, and
You're
yeah.
trying to be cool.
I was
Don't
trying
be
to be.
cool.
I was trying to
We're
be
not
fancy. I'm
cool.
like, I got this. This is gonna be cool. No, we're just gonna get right into this
That's
Canva document,
get into her.
and there. Can we see it? Did
Not
I get
yet.
it on? No, I
Not
haven't
yet.
added
Did you yet? Put it in the. Yeah, there it is. Okay, it's coming up.
on
Perfect.
stage.
Yes. Now we
Boom.
can see all
The
we can
freedom
see all the other
evolution
stuff too, but
success
okay,
stack.
just go with it. Yes, Freedom Evolution Success Stack. That's kind of a tongue twister, right?
I love it. That's okay. We have over $6,500 in value that we will be offering in all these bonuses. The 100K step-by-step playbook, neuroscience success mindset audio series, weekly strategy calls with 6 and 7 figure earners, 1 year access to our online business academy, 10K in 30 days mentorship program, fast action resource gift, and up to 3,000 fast track cash back. Mind blown?
Amazing. Mind
Is your mind blown?
blown.
Is your mind
Blown.
blown?
That's amazing. Yes. Okay. So yeah, I was gonna say take it off quick because we don't want it out there for too long. But yeah, so that's a little
You only
sneak
get it if
peek
you
for
watch this. Those are our
that's
secrets.
right. You have to be here to see that. But yeah, so Sunday at 7 Eastern Standard Time, we will in the Flip It Facebook page be there. And yeah, let's do the spin wheel, see what's going on for
Oh,
Brenda
right.
or
Yes.
Cindy,
Should you add
who the
this?
winner is.
Not add the next screen share to this page because I know how to do it this way. There we go. Share it in. We haven't missed anybody. Okay, this is it. We are spinning the wheel. No, wait. You know what? I'm spinning the wheel and it's not on stage. Pause. Pause. I'm just spinning it for myself. Okay. That
We'll
didn't
believe
happen.
you.
That's okay. It didn't happen. We're going to do it one more time. Add it to the stage.
Oh, here it is. There we go. Brenda or Cindy. Brenda or Cindy.
Britters and
Wheel of names. Ooh, Brenda.
I don't know. It hasn't gone poof
Yay.
yet. Brenda.
I knew it was Brenda before it even said it. Yes. Amazing. Congratulations, Brenda, our manager slash cheerleader slash, I don't know what else, everything. Brenda's gonna trade Cindy for it because Cindy won the last one. Oh, there you go. You guys can, yeah,
Oh,
switch
yeah.
up.
Amazing. Okay.
Nice. All right. I think that's it for tonight.
I think that's it for tonight. This has been fun.
So much fun. Love it. Thanks for everyone joining in. And please hashtag replay if you catch it later. Let us know the things that you took from tonight. We'd love to hear from you. And we're going to see everybody at 7 on Sunday
Yeah.
for our Flip It Success Evolution.
Yeah. Our deep dive. So remember, if ever in your life things just don't fit, flip it.
Just flip it. And we're here to help you do that.
Yeah, we are. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a great night. Mwah.
Bye.
See you in a couple of weeks. See you Sunday.